Mrs. A.J. DePriest is the director of Proposal Logic. Proposal Logic is a woman-owned, minority-owned small business located just outside Nashville, Tennessee, serving federal contractors with proposal management and technical writing expertise. Since 2011, AJ has served more than 150 federal contractors on proposals for more than 200 federal agencies. While average win rates for federal proposal developers rest around 35%, AJ finished 2020 with an astounding 100% win rate for her clients. So stop losing conventionally and start winning unconventionally. If you are a federal contractor and you are ready to win government contracts, contact AJ at 615-474-2123. Again, that is 615-474-2123. Or you can email her at aj@proposallogic.com. Again, that is aj@proposallogic.com. PROPOSALOGIC.com. Welcome to the weekend update for Liberty, Leadership, and Lies with Larry Linton, coming to you from the Goat Locker Studio in Sevierville, Tennessee. Before I get into the local, state, and national news and events, I would like to offer my prayers to the people affected by the building collapse in Florida this past week. I would ask that we all lift those families up in prayer. They are still searching for more survivors from the number of missing individuals. Watching this story unfold brings to mind something I read and shared earlier this week on my blog and social media. It comes from a book my good friend and neighbor Lou asked me to read. The book is titled The Harbinger and was written by Jonathan Cahn. The entire book was quite interesting, but what grabbed me the most in the book is this following exchange between the two main characters. And it goes like this. Then what's the answer, I asked. How far am I away from eternity? 1 heartbeat, he replied. 1 heartbeat. That's it. That's all. You're only 1 heartbeat away from eternity. Everything you have, your life, your breath, this moment, it's all borrowed. It's all a gift. And at any moment, it all ends with a heartbeat. Just 1 heartbeat and there's no more time. 1 heartbeat and there's no more choosing. It's all sealed for eternal life or eternal death. Well, let us all pray that the people who lost their lives made the right choosing. I was informed by a follower of social media that there is a sequel to the book out there. Now I'm looking forward to reading that. Now on to local news and events. The Constitutional Conservatives are hosting their annual Right to Life rally this morning. It is at the Sevier County Courthouse and starts at 10. If you are local, please consider attending. I'm afraid I will not be there. This wedding planning and preparations are a priority for my wife and I right now, and we are engaged with that today. For state news, well, State Senator Gardenhire is not backing down on his position with regard to illegal immigrants being flown into our state in the dead of night. That much is obvious after listening to his opening statement for that Joint Study Commission's first meeting in Nashville. I would like to encourage everybody in Tennessee to closely follow this study commission and contact your representative and senator when you see the shady stuff coming out of the trans-publicans' mouths on the committee. Hold them responsible, especially in the voting booth next year. Also, if you are following me on social media or the blog, you will know that I am registered to attend the Tennessee Freedom Summit next month in McDonald, Tennessee. As of right now, I'm not sure if there are any tickets left, but you can check it out by going to TennesseeFreedomSummit.com and registering to attend. The summit is sponsored by some great organizations that are standing in the arena and encouraging us all to do the same. There are other great groups out there in our state that you should consider becoming active in. You can find them on social media. On Facebook, you can search for the Tennessee Liberty Network or Moms for Liberty. Those are some great groups that are active in restoring us to a constitutional republic. They are doing great work, and you can contribute to them. For news on the national front, it's clear that the usurper-in-chief, and most liberals for that matter, do not really know anything about our nation's founding, especially about the Constitution. Did you happen to watch or listen to Biden talking about gun control last week? How do we keep sending people to Washington, D.C. that has absolutely zero knowledge and understanding about our Constitution? He stated that restrictions were always inherent in the Second Amendment. Really? Well, let me read the Second Amendment to everybody again, especially for you liberals in the audience. It states, "A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." Well, what are the inherent restrictions in that phrase? There actually is one, but it's not for the people. Remember, the Constitution and its Bill of Rights places restrictions on government, not the people. The inherent restriction in the Second Amendment is shall not be infringed. The well-regulated militia part that liberals like to interpret using today's language meant at the time, well-regulated means trained. Militia was every able-bodied adult male. Well, here's the call of action for this week. I would like everybody in the audience to send an email to their federal representative, the federal senators, and the White House and ask them for their interpretation of Article 1, Section 8, Clause 11 of the Constitution. Specifically cite that. Article 1, Section 8, Clause 11. Ask them how do they read that. If, and that is a big if, they respond to you, please forward their response to me. I will do the same and share the responses that I get from Senators Blackburn and Hagerty, as well as Representative Harshbarger. It will be interesting to see how our elected officials interpret that specific congressional authority. It ties into our Second Amendment. Well, until next week, this has been the weekend update of Liberty, Leadership, and Lies with Larry Linton. I pray you all have a wonderful weekend. Stand in the arena. Reveille, it's time to wake up.